Okay. Yo, yo, what's up, guys?
Hey.
Yo.
How about that Nelk drop?
A mess.
Ugh.
Dude, I'm so bearish.
Everyone's bearish now, bro, on it.
Dude, but don't you believe in the full send going international?
They already are international. They're claiming 5 years.
Yeah, they're already super international. Nelk is huge, but after seeing the way they executed yesterday, dude, I have basically zero faith that they're gonna provide any medium or long-term value to the holders. They charged an exorbitant price just because they could. 0.75 ETH. They made like 7,500 ETH, which is sitting in a hot wallet right now. And yeah, they just are saying a bunch of generalities. They're like, yeah, we're gonna start restaurants and clubs with this DAO money. And yeah, right now the floor, last I looked, was like 0.9, 0.95, which is just north of mint plus gas. So it ended up being a pretty mediocre drop, a bit underwhelming.
It literally says that like they're gonna take the same physical locations that they're making and put them into the metaverse. Like, so ridiculous.
Yeah.
You're gonna go to the gym in their little metaverse they're making.
Yeah, people are shitting on them. They're like, all right, here's the celebrity roadmap. Have Gary Vee on your podcast. 2 days later, launch an NFT.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of FUD surrounding it right now because frankly, it just doesn't look like this is something that they're gonna commit long-term effort towards. Especially the fact that they said that they're gonna be launching other projects. Like, that's crazy to me.
I can't believe people are even buying these, to be honest.
Well,
I know.
You guys have seen the price action, right? Like, it's just dropped dramatically. I don't know how high it got, but it was sitting around like 1.2, and then now it's just stuck under 1. I don't think it's gonna go over 1 for a while either.
I can agree with that.
Yeah, they're at 0.9 flat right now, which literally just means there's no room for profit. Right after the drop, they got up to like 1.25, 1.4. So people definitely made money on the release. Like it wasn't all bad. But yeah, selling early was the move on these 100%.
Yeah, there's so much fun on Twitter about it too. Like, these guys are just saying it just. Like, not even that they're fake promises, it's just they're unfulfillable promises, like things that are not even realistic. They're trying to execute on. It's just not. I don't think it's a good look.
Yeah, money grab. Bobos.
Yeah.
You want to talk Bobos? That was next
Bobos
on our list.
are exciting. Bobos are like the biggest biggest soul drop of the week. It's a really cool play to earn game for their token. And what's like unique about it is like they have this game like ready to go. So the idea is that this game's going to be launched this week, which is actually why they pushed the mint back. Because what I've read is that the mint was actually ready, weeks ago. It was originally going to mint on the 18th, so Tuesday. They pushed it back to the 20th, which is today. So now it's going to mint on Magic Eden. Some of the concern right now is if there's even going to be stock available for the public, because a ton of it went to whitelist allocation. If they do a public release, it'll be on Magic Eden's launchpad at 6 p.m. Eastern, I believe. But yeah, it's a really cool project. A lot of talk from the ETH guys on it, which I like to look at just to see, that's like what I really think that's what a lot of these soul projects need is money coming from ETH over to these soul projects. So, yeah, I mean, that's kind of all there is to it. It's a pretty cool game. There's a lot of like good news about it, good PR about it, and I think it'll do really well.
Yeah, I hope it goes to public, but it's super hyped, so I don't. And you can get 3. It says you can mint 3, obviously, with the OG pre-sale.
The whitelist.
And then whitelist is 2. Well, there's an OG, and then there's a whitelist for 2. Yeah, so.
They've done some cool graphics. It almost looks like the Fortnite UI type of stuff, like similar cartoon graphics. It's pretty cool.
And
that's all there is to it, though.
And you get looks like you might get a token or something for playing.
Yeah, yep. So they have a token,
Bow
and then that token
tokens.
we use to upgrade your character as well in
Pretty
game.
cool.
That's like the utility of the token. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Cool. Let's
Should
talk
we-
hate. Let's talk hate beast, man. That was massive. Sucked a lot of liquidity out of a lot of projects. But yeah, hate beast ended up minting 100% whitelist. They have been hyped for a couple of months now, and the floor rocketed above 8 ETH, man. Which now these are cool. Mechas are pretty cool. These are a little bit cooler than mechas just to me because they're a little bit more unique looking and there's more variety from what we've seen so far from collection teasers. But an 80th floor seems larger than life and bound to come tumbling down at some point.
Yeah,
in
this
my
did
opinion.
pretty much what I thought it would do, to be honest. The hype had built up as big as mechas, if not bigger. And you did have a chance to get in yesterday under 5, I think, for an hour or two. I'm pretty sure I saw it under 5.
I remember people calling out at like 5.5. So yeah, that could have been a play.
Oh yeah, 5.4, 5.6s. Yeah, you had a play there in the 5s.
If you guys minted these, what would you be doing with them?
Oh, I'd definitely be selling at this like 7.5
sure.
to 8.5
Yeah.
floor.
Yeah, me too.
That's so high, bro. Like post reveal, whenever the hype dies down, I think that these will come down. My prediction would be to a 3 to 4 ETH floor, if not lower. But I think 3 to 4 ETH would be a more reasonable price for these things.
Yeah. I wonder when the reveal is.
That's a good question. I'm not even sure.
So the thing about that project too, it's crazy, is they almost like a ton of their popularity came from inside. I was listening to someone talk about this morning, from inside the NFT community. Like, that's where most of their marketing was done. Whereas someone was comparing it to Mechaverse, because obviously Mechas had opened super high. I think it was like they got as high as 7 or 8, maybe 9 right after reveal. But Mechas had PR from, ABC, Forbes, like big outside media companies, where these didn't. These were all marketed inside. So the concerns that a bunch of liquidity is getting taken out from other projects, which would be like, in theory, ending the bull run that we're at right now, which who knows if that's true, but a ton of liquidity is getting taken out from other projects and then going into hate beats. That's what we saw a lot of yesterday.
Right. For me, I just keep seeing headlines every day about Coinbase CEO saying that NFTs are going to onboard more people than crypto ever has, blah blah blah. OpenSea, or I saw another statistic yesterday. This one's crazy. OpenSea has more daily usage and traffic than Coinbase currently.
Wow.
And obviously with much fewer users, but much more engaged users.
Right.
This NFT space is exploding, dude. Right now we got like 1 million people onboarded. In the near future, we're gonna have literally 2 billion people onboarded. Like, it's taking over the entire modern world. So I don't know, something like a hate beast drop being inflated in price, I don't think something that small can end the bull market. I think that literally NFTs are going to continue to be pretty bullish in a macro sense until the big pillars of the economy start being knocked down. And then NFTs will be forced to suffer for a little bit and then probably bounce back. But yeah, man, I don't think something that small is going to slow down this market, because we just have more people being introduced and onboarded every single day.
Yeah, good point.
What's up, Lionel, Alex, Solo? Thanks for joining us. Yeah, I think that there's a lot to be said about an incredible amount of demand coming into this space. So yeah, we'll see what happens. But 8 ETH is pretty crazy. And yeah, I'd be selling.
It's so crazy. I would definitely be selling, bro.
Aiden, do you want to kind of cover Stapleverse? Or I can.
To be honest, I haven't really been following. I've been paying more attention to Wolf Game, so if you want to take it, you can.
Yeah. So, Stapleverse reveal was supposed to go down yesterday. Mine still hasn't revealed, but I think there's another step I have to take for it. Regardless, I'm more focused on the floor. There's a lot of guys saying that this point four floor that we see right now is a great time for entry. We're seeing Jeff Staple go on podcasts. It's getting more media attention, especially yesterday and today, about the project. My only concern, I think we're highly considering posting an entry call in GFNF. We're just kind of finalizing some research on it. My only concern with it is Jeff Staple and Dapper Labs team have publicly said that they're also planning on moving to new projects that they're going to be creating. And this isn't like a Genesis project, but
Yeah.
who knows what they're going to do with this once they move on and, you know, however
Yeah.
long. So honestly, I took an entry. I think Aiden did as well at 0.58. It got as high as 0.84. I wish I had sold at 0.84. But now we're down to like 0.4. I
Yeah.
don't think it gets lower than 0.3, but that's what I think.
Yeah, I think the 0.4 entry could be a solid play here. I mean, it's a big name. So.
Yeah.
Huh.
As far as the factions go, there's like the feed faction, the poop gang faction. If you didn't get a really good NFT on reveal, I don't think that's going to move the price much at all. I think we're more focused on the floor right now than anything. So we'll just keep an eye on it.
Cool. Wolf game.
Sweet.
Wolf game. So Alpha game began last night. The teams obviously have been formed with all the Alpha 8 Wolves. If you head to wolf.game/alpha-game, you'll see the statistics of where all the teams currently stand. I had predicted in the potential flips channel that I thought Crypto Corey, Real Crypto Coach, and G Money NFT would be like neck and neck or top two out of the three. I expected Gary V's teams to do better than they are, but I think like psychology of investors right now is just to join the top teams because they want to win. But like I've explained before, might not be the best strategy if you don't have a significant contribution to make to those teams, whether that be with wool or sheep or wolf NFTs. So a couple of us last night decided to join team 993. We did some calculations and figured out with some of our smaller holdings, like myself, with only 2 sheep and about 8,000 wool, that would be the best return on investment if it hit about 9th place, which is where the team is currently standing. And I would encourage anyone that's looking to pick a team still, poke around, join some of the discords. I think all of the teams now have a discord, so definitely see what the conversation is in there. If there's a lot of huge guys in there, maybe that wouldn't be the best team for you. This is all, it's all game theory in the sense that to maximize your own personal return, you need to make sure that your contribution of however money, assets, or wool is significant, or at least above like a 0.5%. That would give you the best return. There's numerous threads on Twitter about how to calculate this. There's actually a Google sheet that helps you calculate with your current assets and things of that nature. So definitely poke around if you're still debating on what to join a team. We haven't seen, we saw the price of wool run up to 0.54. 54 cents last night. The price of sheep hasn't really moved that much. It is more beneficial to stake wool. You get more points than you do for a sheep. So I'm not expecting sheep to go on some crazy run right now. That wouldn't happen until the next game. So yeah, exciting stuff. The game is officially underway. So looking forward to seeing how it goes.
Cool. Yeah, I'm looking at this leader chart right now.
Aiden,
the wool they're stacking is crazy.
How's the price of wool moving since Alpha Game launched?
So the wool is being, so when anyone stakes wool, it's technically taken off of the supply. So in theory, it's burned. The price of wool went up when more folks had bought it. Most people aren't selling it right now, especially the big holders. Most of them have contributed. If you look at the wool amounts, there's 13.82 million is the winning team right now. So there's millions of wool already staked. Every team has over 1.8 million wool staked, with the top teams almost touching 17 million. So massive amount. And it's pretty cool because, I think like as the price of wool fluctuates and gradually moves up as more folks buy and participate in the game, which is what I expect it to do, the prize pool, although it's static at 500 million, the value just grows. So it's a really cool, it's, I think, what was it, like 30 cents or something last week, and now it's 41. So I don't know. I think it's a really interesting concept. I'm excited for what it could be in terms of like the winnings for each team. I think it's gonna be really cool.
Yeah, that's sick.
Sweet.
And for those that don't know, the winnings are actually doled out through Wool Pouch NFTs. So you don't receive. So regardless of what team you're on, and if your team wins, you still do receive a percentage in a Wool Pouch given back to you at the end of the game. But those Wool Pouches are only accessible over the course of 4 years. They're unlocked at random points. So that would prevent the price of wool from completely dumping.
Oh,
as
I
people
thought
say.
they were unlocked as time went on, like the same amount, like daily or whatever.
I don't know about daily. I think it is gradually. I mean, I think I said randomly. I'm mistaken. But
Okay.
it's not all at once, if that makes sense.
Right. Yeah, so wool was last night like up above 50 cents, and it's gradually come down to 40 currently. So you can see that here on the chart I'm showing. So just kind of interesting to watch that too.
Definitely.
All right, Wolf game gone.
Azuki?
Azuki next. Yep.
Sure. So Azuki was one. We talked about it a bit last week. The reveal is now this afternoon at 3 p.m. Eastern, so pretty excited for that. The floor really hasn't moved too much. It gradually increased from last week. I think the low point was like 1.4 when people were selling, and the floor was broken at one point. Now it's at 3.16. I was expecting it to go a little bit higher before reveal just because no one is really selling right now. There's only 276 tokens listed for sale out of 10,000, which is quite a small percentage. But I think we obviously see that rise when the reveal happens this afternoon. I'm expecting the price to go down as folks sell off, the ones that aren't very rare and look to accumulate ones that are more rare or ones they like or what have you. So I'm looking for another entry, I think around 2.5 to like 2.7. If it can get that low, I don't think I can remember a project that went up after reveal instead of going down a little bit. Normally there is that accumulation point.
The mofos the other day did. They just rocketed right after reveal.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So there is
So,
a rare exception.
Yeah, it is totally possible. But if we miss that entry, we miss it. But I'd rather not be buying these at 3.1. I think that is still a little high for them being unrevealed.
Yeah, it's crazy the 200 to 10,000 metric. I can't remember the last time we saw a project out of even 8,000 where we had under 300 400 listed. I think it's insane. I'm sure obviously that number will probably double or triple after the reveal, but so many people are bullish long term on the project.
And I just think so many people are hoping that they hit something cool. I mean, we've seen a lot of the revealed art, and a lot of it looks pretty badass. There's like all sorts of like fire and water traits, like all different types of things that I don't really know how rare they're going to be, but I think everyone is kind of thinking the same way I am, which is like I kind of just want to see what I get and go from there. So it should be cool.
Yeah, there's one with like a blue cat hoodie on that looks really sick on their Twitter. I don't know if that's one of them, but pretty sick. Okay, cool. So a few hours reveal on Azuki. And then the last thing we had was the crypto bats, the Ozzy Osbourne stuff. Right now they're almost 2 ETH floor, which is crazy.
Crazy.
Yeah.
So current supply available. They had the whitelist mint. I believe that's already taken place. They now have like a bronze mint happening. So the whitelist was last night at 6 p.m. The bronze mint was this morning at 9. The public sale for whatever's left is 6:30 this afternoon or this evening. And it's a Dutch auction starting at 1.66 ETH, reducing down to 0.1 ETH after 4 hours,
Oh my gosh,
or over a 4-hour period. So I think they'll go close to 1.6, and I'm confident in that because of how Azuki went and how the current floor is. I think if people can get in early with low gas at 1.6, they'll just get sent. Plus, it's not the full supply. I think total supply at the moment, looking at the website, I think there's only 3,044 left. So by 6:30, could be much fewer.
It's honestly a pretty cool concept what they have going on here with biting an NFT, a blue chip NFT.
Yeah, we can explain that. So
Man.
the biting, we haven't seen anything like that, have we, Vince? Where
No,
you're able
not
to
really.
basically, yeah, you can bite someone else's NFT and grab like a different if it's a blue chip, and then once you bite it, using your bat, it then creates a mutant bat of how I understand it is the mutant is in between your bat and that blue chip NFT, which is crazy. And I'm pretty sure that they have like a fixed blue chip collection list that they are able to do this with, because there's
Yeah,
no way
it
unless
says
they're using like
board.
AI.
It says Board Ape Yacht
Yep.
Club, Cryptoad, Subducks, Alien Friends, Cyberkongs.
Dude, there was
Perfect.
So
there
maybe
was an
you can't
NFT
use the
other
mutant
day.
Kongs.
I don't know if you guys recall this. Zsodes was telling us, showing us it. It was an NFT the other day that was like the same concept, but I think you could apply it to any NFT. So it was like these passes. There was two types of passes, like a regular one and then a gold one, and it just made like a super sick, trippy edit to any NFT that you had in your wallet. So it was kind of similar concept, but this one obviously with
Yeah.
Ozzy, it's got a lot more exposure. So I think it's cool, and I'm not surprised they're doing well.
Yeah. This
I
whole
think
idea
it's
of
cool.
manipulating it is crazy.
What do you mean?
Just being able to take
Oh,
a project
yeah.
you have nothing to do with, plug in your site, and now you've manipulated the NFT somehow
Yeah.
to merge it into your art, which is insane.
It kind of sucks I don't see the mutant apes on there, but they may, by Board Ape, they may be they might mean mutant apes too. Cryptoad,
Got it.
Subducks, Alien Friends.
Yeah, so that makes sense because
Yeah.
they probably have an outline of the shape
Wow.
of that NFT and can do
Huh.
things with it.
Pretty cool. Someone asked, too late to buy wool. It's pretty
I don't think
speculative,
so.
but yeah, you could go
It
either
is.
way.
It's certainly speculative, but it's cheaper to buy a bit of wool than to buy a sheep, and you
Yeah.
get a better point return. So, if you are looking to enter wolf game,
Yeah.
I wouldn't recommend buying a sheep right now. Probably wool is your best bet.
Yeah, that would make sense to me to buy wool and not, if you don't want to spend all the money on a sheep or something. What about farmers? They're not really doing anything, right?
They don't
No.
move.
They
yeah,
don't do
alpha
anything.
game doesn't. This current game doesn't
Yeah.
factor in farmers or land.
Yeah.
So I expect those maybe will even come down a little
Come
bit.
down, I
as
would
fewer
expect.
people are buying them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Probably not a bad idea to be looking to buy them in a week or two.
Cool. Thoughts
Sweet.
on
Yeah, we were gonna cover-
NTS2? What is that? NTS2. There's so many projects. It's like how, thoughts on NTS2 or did you guys sell already? I don't know.
I'm not sure what that is. NTS2.
Neo
Tokyo?
maybe?
Tokyo Series 2 or something? What is that?
Maybe the identities. I don't think I'm the only one who got one of those identities. I sold mine a while ago. Yeah, I don't know. I
Yeah.
don't know what that is. Someone asked, what are you doing with BBB? Don't know what that is either. There's so many projects that, like, and these guys are the same way. Like, you can't focus on too many or you won't know what the heck you're doing.
Yeah,
And
that's something Aiden's been preaching for a long time.
Yeah, master of all, master of none. Thoughts
Exactly.
on Sorare boys? No thoughts. 0 thoughts from my head. I don't
Yeah.
no idea.
I think our best plays have been when we find a project that we believe in,
Yeah.
research it a lot, and bet bigger on it, than try to grab these like fly-by-night projects.
Yeah, you lose your
I've
ass
personally
entering
never
all
done well with
these.
those.
You do, and
Lose your
it's
ass.
not to say that like diversity doesn't win with having a diverse NFT like portfolio. It's just that there's so many shitty projects that it's hard to, we cannot just look at all of them. We'll get lost in the good ones.
What are the Neo Tokyos doing? Oh, these are the identities actually. Neo Tokyo. What was it? What was the one that we got? Not identities.
Outer identities.
Outer,
Identities,
that's it.
yeah.
Wow.
Totally unrelated, but the chalkboard apes that we minted a couple days ago on Solana, I think a large majority of our members exited, but they've just totally crashed.
Totally tanked.
Yeah,
You
they're
gotta
like
get out.
slightly above min, but oh yeah, dude. Like our rule of thumb, and we tell members, bro, you won't unless it's something crazy like Vince's Mindfolk play or something like a quote unquote Solana blue chip. I exit like every Sol project usually within 4 hours, ideally.
Yeah.
But within 12 or 24 hours is at the very longest most of the time.
So I sold my outer identity. I'm looking at these now. They've gone up since that day I sold. I think I sold at like 7 or something. They've gone up here to 9.3. And one thing that is interesting to me is there's 4,500 items and 4,000 owners. That's an incredible distribution.
Wow.
I actually I don't know how many projects I've seen something like that on, to be honest. If I had the Ethereum, honestly, seeing something like this where you have a really steady increase. Well, wow, it went over 14. Huh. I don't know. This guy's crazy. This whole Neo Tokyo stuff. The guy's name's I'm blanking. I follow him on Twitter.
Alex Becker.
Yeah, this kind of stuff could be like, 5 years down the road, one of the projects that withstands, the test of time. It's just like the people that should be buying these for $40,000, $30,000. They should have, millions of dollars, in my opinion. And this should be like a high risk play type thing. But great. I mean, it's a great guy, like development wise and all that. He does some cool stuff, but it's all, again, it's like parallels. You're betting on something that nobody has any idea what the heck they're doing. So.
Okay, I just checked out Stapleverse. The reveal is actually tomorrow. So that should
Tomorrow?
be
Okay,
cool.
must have gotten pushed back then. Oh, wait, never mind. Today's Thursday. Yeah, so Thursday's reveal.
Lionel's asking about Vive bots. I don't
You're
use
right,
them.
Rock.
The reason I don't use them is because they have total control and they can literally ban your account and take all the money and gems and whatever. So I won't probably do that ever. Botting.
Garrett just said, I think yesterday they did another ban wave of accounts.
Yep, they did.
Yeah, they'll
And
just
to my
keep
understanding,
doing
when
that.
once your account's clipped, you're just losing money.
So rare, and it has Serena Williams. Global fantasy football? Huh.
I did see Serena Williams' husband gave her an ape today, Vince. I don't know if you saw that.
I did. Yeah, she got
Found her
a
on Reddit. Yeah, pretty sweet.
So rare. Interesting. What's up, Rug Boy? Okay, I think we covered all of our topics. I don't have anything else personally right now.
Yeah, I think we had a pretty good today.
Cool.
Yeah, I think so.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.